Jeff Nipples, aka Mr. FFMI, Sir Science Cop, Professor Protein Powder, Dr. Delusion, the Natty Messiah, and Captain Creatine. Did it again. Another goddamn masterpiece of mental gymnastics to try and convince us that his little fitness buddies Hussein, Cycle and Chill, Farhat and Julian, 1 in a billion bullshit. Fitzgerald are natty saints sent straight from muscle heaven. This dude drops his addressing the controversy video like it's some groundbreaking scientific revelation. But it's just him clinging onto FFMI like it's the 10 Commandments, except instead of God handing them down. It's some half-ass study from the 90s that doesn't prove jack shit. He acts like this magic number is the holy grail of natty verification. Like if your FFMI is below this arbitrary cutoff, you're somehow pure and untouched by the juice gods. Bro, FFMI is a glorified fucking horoscope for bodybuilders, and no one with 2 brain cells to rub together actually gives a shit about it. Nobody. It's completely irrelevant. You know why? Because plenty of juice to the gills lifters can sit comfortably in the so-called natty range. But Jeff Nipples, in his infinite wisdom, decides to base this whole argument on one study like a desperate college freshman, pulling an all-nighter with Wikipedia as his only source. And then, the cherry on top, he absolutely nukes his own point by showing data proving that enhanced lifters can also be in the natty range. Congratulations, Jeff, you just proved yourself wrong in your own video. Slow clap, my guy. Now let's talk about the Hussein Plateau King, Farhat bullshit. The dude made basically all of his gains in his first 18 months. Went from 0 to hero, blew up like a goddamn Macy's Thanksgiving Day balloon, and then nothing. Radio silence, years of plateau. That's the exact opposite of what a real natural's long-term progress should look like. A natty keeps chipping away, adding bits of muscle year after year. But this dude, he explodes early, then stalls. That's textbook. I hopped on gear, gained an absurd amount, then cycled off, and now I'm just holding on to what I can. But Jeff Nipples wants us to believe that this is totally normal natty behavior. Fuck no, it's not. Then to make things even dumber, he throws in some sob story about how Hussein maybe started underweight or starved. Like this somehow makes his gains more impressive and magically explains everything. What the fuck kind of fairy tale bullshit is that? You don't go from scrawny to freakishly jacked without some special supplements, unless you've got alien DNA. This isn't a goddamn Disney montage, Jeff. Now Julian, genetic lottery ticket, Fitzgerald, holy shit. Jeff Nipples' defense for this guy is somehow even dumber. His big smoking gun argument. Julian is 1 in a billion genetics and he's smaller than Ronnie Coleman, so that means he must be natty. Are you fucking serious? That's not an argument, Jeff. That's the same lazy cop-out every gym bro uses when they're riding someone's dick so hard they're basically doing cardio. And Jeff isn't just riding Julian's dick. No, he's doing an Ironman triathlon of dick riding. He's deep-throating these guys' natty status with Olympic precision, blindfolded, upside down on a unicycle, balancing a tub of whey protein on his head while screaming science at the top of his lungs. This is elite tier, Guinness World Record dick riding. We're talking dick riding so intense you'd need NASA-grade oxygen tanks just to survive the altitude. And the whole video is just coded in this smug, I'm the smart science guy attitude while he cherry-picks whatever fits his story. He'll pull up studies like, look, see? This paper says it's possible. Yeah, and it's possible to win the lottery 3 times in a row while getting struck by lightning and attacked by a shark. But that doesn't mean I'm betting my life savings on it. You can dress it up with fancy editing, graphs, and scientific jargon all you want. But if your arguments boil down to FFMI worship, maybe he was starved. And genetic miracle. You're not making a fucking case, you're making excuses. Bottom line, Jeff Nipples, the natty pope, the gains gatekeeper, the FFMI fanboy, the enhancer excuser, is defending his friends because it's good for his brand. He's not out here being an unbiased truth seeker. He's out here being the YouTube natty police's corrupt traffic cop, waving through his buddies while pulling over anyone else for looking suspicious. He's got too much riding on these guys staying natty in the public eye, because if they're exposed, it makes his whole crew look shady. So instead, we get 20 minutes of pseudoscience and mental gymnastics, trying to polish a turd and convince us it's a diamond. Spoiler, it still smells like shit. So yeah, Jeff Nipples, once again, doing the Lord's work in the Church of Delusion. Hussein's gains timeline screams, cycle on, cycle off. Julian's 1 in a billion excuse is lazier than a Planet Fitness trainer. FFMI is a fucking joke. And no amount of cherry-picked studies is going to change the fact that your arguments are paper thin. Subscribe to my channel or you're a fucking cuck.